Um, I want to give you the opportunity to put this debate to bed.
All right.
Do monthly listeners mean anything? Is that like, please clarify, like, if someone has 1 million monthly listeners on Spotify,
Yeah.
what does that number mean? Is it significant? Is it not significant? How do you leverage that number? Like,
Let's, yeah.
talk about that,
Let me put it
please.
this way. Like monthly listeners, just one number. It's not the be all end all.
But that's the number that people like to go to because it's like most, it's right under the artist name. You see it on their Spotify
Yeah.
profile, and it
I,
can be, like
I know
surprising.
the
Oh, this
pressure
month,
of the monthly
this,
listener count.
yeah,
Yeah. I definitely hear that from artists all the time. Yeah. Monthly listener count just means how many listeners in all of Spotify in the last 28 days listen to one of your songs at least once. Um, So, like from a playlist and they never listen to you again, a playlist and they listen to you a bunch, your biggest fan who listens to you 100 times in that month, it all counts as one,
got it.
right? So it's kind of just a measure of reach. If
Right.
you kind of have really broad reach, you have a lot of people who listen to you at least once, great. And obviously, some of the biggest artists in the world with the most passionate fan bases have huge monthly listener counts. That's based on like a real engaged fan base. The truth is like not every monthly listener count's created the same.
Right.
What you want as an artist is um, those super listeners, those active listeners who are listening to you a ton. And in Spotify for artists, um, that's the sort of data we give to give artists the real sort of feedback loop they should want from their data,
Hmm.
not just how many people might be listening to me once, but how many people are listening to me actively, choosing to hear me. What are my streams per listener? You can see streams per listener by song or for your whole catalog. And then you can even see your super listeners, which is how many listeners do you have who are listening to you a ton every month. And so I think the artists who are doing it best are focused on metrics like that. Like, are you developing fans? Do you have people who want to go see you live? Do you have people who are going to be like first in line to listen to your next album when it comes out? And monthly listener doesn't capture that,
Right.
right? That's just like one piece of the equation. It's just, an easy number that shows how big your reach is. But you really should be thinking about, your fan base.
So it is kind of a vanity metric.
It's a vanity metric. Yeah.
It's like monthly impressions on TikTok or
Exactly.
on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
But
It's
that number just goes up and down. It's not a real measure of who your fans are or how many fans you have.
Yeah, that's not the measure of if you're gonna be able to like build a career in music or not.
Right.
It's a vanity metric. It's a big number about reach, and it means something. But definitely, it's not what an artist's focus should be on.
Mhm.
And yeah, honestly, if you're focused on monthly listeners, it refreshes every 28 days, right? And so
Mhm.
like if you're doing crazy promotion to get as many people to listen at least once and 28 days later, you're going to have to do it again. The
Mhm.
sustainable way to build your monthly listener count is creating fans who listen to you again and again every month, right?
Right.
That's how you're going to have like not spikes in monthly listener, but sustained growth
Right.
in monthly listeners. And so if you're thinking long term, you've got to be thinking about fans, not just getting that monthly listener count up.
Right.